Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is going to be going over the 3 most common business models to get you started selling on Amazon. Business model number 1 is retail arbitrage. This is the business model that I originally got my start in Amazon in. This is essentially where you go to physical retail store locations and you find closeout deals, you find discounts, basically things that are selling for less than they would sell on Amazon, and you can flip them for a profit. It's not as simple as just going to the store and finding something that's $5 less. You have to look at the Amazon fees, you have to look at the shipping fees, you have to see how well the product ranks and if it's worth your time to send it in, seeing on how fast it'll sell. There's a whole art to it, and it is a lot of work. This is a great business model to get you started if you have a lot of time and energy to give to something right now. Maybe not thousands of dollars to invest in, say, a wholesale supplier. There are also, if you don't want to sell on Amazon, you can also flip things onto eBay. There's a lot of ways to do that, or Poshmark. Basically, retail arbitrage is flipping things onto the internet for a profit that you find at retail stores. The second business model that I'm going to be going over is wholesale. Wholesale is essentially where you build relationships with suppliers who own a brand that people already know about and want to buy, and you build this relationship with them and you buy their products for a bulk discount, and then you send them into an Amazon listing for a profit. So say you really liked the brand Nike and you got a deal with a Nike supplier. You go to the supplier, you build that relationship, you say, hey, I have a store, I want to buy your products in bulk. I'd like to buy 100 units of this. Generally with wholesale, it's going to be more money up front and the profit margins are slimmer. It's more of a volume profit type of business. Sometimes people, if they have a lot of money to spend, people will build these relationships, find products, and sometimes even send them just to a prep center so they don't ever deal with the products at all. So with wholesale, there's a lot of ways to go if you have a lot of money to invest. And of course, a lot of time, especially up front, building those relationships with suppliers. I know people message hundreds before they find the suppliers that are the right fit for them and their business goals. Model number 3, and this is my model of choice that I've taken a liking to. It's called private label. This is similar to wholesale in the sense that you do build relationships with suppliers. However, these suppliers are generic distributors and they are not affiliated with a brand. So you could look on Amazon and say, I think I could sell a shoe brand on Amazon. Then you would go find a distributor. A lot of people use Alibaba. A lot of people are going towards US suppliers. And you would find a distributor that makes the shoes that you want to sell. If you want to have a branded storefront on Amazon, you do need to get a trademark, you need to get a logo, you need to get packaging. This is something that I'm currently working on because last year when I started, they still did encourage trademarks, but they were not required to have your brand on a product. And they're still technically not if you have a logo. However, basically they're encouraging private label sellers now to have trademarks and have a storefront, because this makes it so people can't really hijack your listings and jump on them and sell the same product claiming they're yours, which you could do very easily in the past and happened to a lot of private label sellers. So it's a good thing. However, it is a longer process. So if that's something you're interested in and you know you want to do it, maybe start now. Look at a logo, look at getting a trademark. Maybe you already have one, maybe you sell on Shopify. You could bring it there and put your storefront up on Amazon. Say you have products right now that you need to sell that are brandless, you don't have a logo. You can list those products pretty easily on Amazon as generic. However, keep in mind that long-term speaking, this is not the way you want to go. You're still going to spend time building up those listings and people could still hijack them. And people can go in and they can change the listings. So I am currently selling a couple brands as generic right now. If you watched my channel intro, you'll know that I talked about how I wasn't going to share the products I was selling until I got my storefront up and running. That's because I was in that scenario that I just described where I ordered a bunch of products and I didn't realize how long it took to get a trademark. And I was filing for it right around the time all my products arrived. And I realized it takes about 3 months at least to get one approved. So for me, it was the better option to send them in as generic at the moment, but I am cutting my losses there because I'm going to be building up those listings, putting a lot of time and energy into them. And when my trademark goes through and I have a storefront, I'm going to have to do it all over again. But it's okay. I'm pretty confident in the products I have. It's always a learning curve with any business, and Amazon is no different. Those are the 3 main business models of selling on Amazon. I hope you learned something. Leave a comment down below of what model you're interested in and maybe some topics you'd like to see me talk about in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and have a great day.